Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we have even more hot fixes that we need to discuss, and while the list isn't very long at all, the implications are definitely stuff that I really want to talk about and hear what you guys have to say regarding them and what they sort of mean. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to switch it over here to the hotfixes, and we're going to dive right into this short list. So the very first one that you can see here is Prince Thunderaan's Squall now increases in damage every cast. His Chain Lightning should no longer fail to cast the damage of his Lightning Cloud, and Cyclonic Winds has been increased. And Lightning Cloud now affects damage more frequently. So this is a massive buff to Prince Thunderaan. Like, they've pretty much buffed every aspect of him and stopped his Chain Lightning from failing to cast. Now, what is super important about this is that Warlocks were soloing Prince Thunderaan because a tank Warlock could do it. They had enough self-healing to just out-heal his damage, essentially solo. And while this took an hour to 2 hours to do, depending on your gear, I don't know, I don't think of it as too bad because it takes so long to do. Like, you can assemble a group and you can blast it in about 5 minutes, or you can waste an hour or two of your own time to get 2 pieces of tier that you probably can't use, and then 1 piece of gear. So to me, I always think soloing hard content like that, like people have found ways to solo the ZG boss for their tiger mounts. People have found ways to solo forever, but it takes so long. Someone killed it even currently in this phase of SOD with their current gear, and it took them 8 hours and took a ton of kiting and just using their spells. So very interesting to see that sort of behavior. I always think it's cool to see that type of stuff because it shows like mastery of the game and the class people are playing, and like at the end of the day, it's their time that they are wasting to do this. So I don't see anything wrong with soloing. I think it's kind of impressive. There's even a hunter nowadays that still solos retail bosses. By the end of the phase or the expansion, he always tries to kill it on like normal, the first boss on normal or heroic or even mythic sometimes, depending on the boss. And he's been doing it since Mists of Pandaria and Siege of Orgrimmar. So it is definitely something that's really cool, and people will literally spend days figuring out how to do it, and then actual hours in game during the boss fight to make sure they can do it. And I just think it is so cool to see people take WoW to that level of mastery and sweat that hard to achieve something that, you know, like, it's awesome to say you did it, but like it doesn't really impact the game too much, and so it's just fun to see it, in my opinion. However, buffing every single aspect of this fight makes it a lot harder, so it's a little concerning. We did one of our groups last night without the buff, and then we did the second group with the buff, and it was definitely noticeable. A lot more damage was going out, people were dying. And to address this guy's comment right here, if you're going to make it harder, can Prince drop more items per kill? I would really love for him to drop, like, the 2 pieces of tier is fine, but I would also love to see him drop another piece of gear on his loot table, because 1 piece of gear just really sucks. 3 pieces of loot for 20 people, I think we could bump that up to 4. I think that would be a lot better. 2 tier and 2 pieces of loot, especially since he's a lot harder now than what he was. Given what he was pretty easy, I still think we would see more loot would be better for sure. Then the next thing is that players are now able to learn both armor smithing and weapon smithing at the same time. So this goes back to Phase 5. They announced that with Phase 5 coming out, it has been almost 2 weeks now, and they're just unable to learn it. They said we would be able to learn it, and they just can't learn it right now, which really sucks. But I do think that they will be able to. It's good to see that it finally works now. I do not have a blacksmith ready to go there and test it for you guys right now and show you. But if you are a blacksmith, and there has been people commenting every blue post last video that I've made that this has not worked. But if you could go test that for me, let me know. Let people know in the comments that it's working. I would love to hear that as well. But good on them to get this working right. I don't know what the issues were. I think pre-existing people who had already completed one were really struggling with it, from what people were telling me. But once again, don't have a blacksmith, so I don't really know. Then the Blackwing trials can no longer be disabled once Thunderaan has been defeated. So I don't like this at all. This change is silly. A lot of people use the alchemy table in Blackwing Lair, and having the trials still work while you are in the instance. So you'll randomly just get blue and green bombs, whatever you killed it on. And so if you're going to use the alchemy table in there to make your flasks, Neff can, the affixes really hurt. Red specifically hurts a ton. I know that for a fact. So it's just really, I don't know why it matters if people disable them after Neff's been defeated. Trash no longer respawns. There isn't any reason that I can see that you would need them on other than to troll people going to the Alch Lab, because that's the only reason to go back there into Blackwing Lair. So it's just really weird to me to see that change, because at the end of Neff, you get all, like, Neff's the last boss, you get the rewards. I see no reason why they shouldn't be able to be turned off after that for people going to the alchemy tables. However, I'm sure there's some bug or something that was happening that was causing something to go wrong. It would be my best guess, but I feel like this is really weird. Then we have a comment right here. Then make it so they no longer go off after he's been defeated too. Getting to the alchemy table with red is not a lot of fun. Very well said, Rogue. Yeah, I don't really know why they would have such, like, grievance with that alchemy table. But those are the changes, guys. As you said, I shared all my thoughts on all three of those. Three small, like, just 3 sentences essentially is what we covered, but have big game implementations. Let me know how you guys feel about people soloing Thunderaan and soloing bosses. I really don't think it's that big a deal because it takes so long to do it. Like, it's just terribly inefficient, and you can have a lot of, challenge, prestige, and fun doing it. But that's just my opinion on it and what I think. It's just, it's something that's been in the game, and people try to do it for a very long time. So I don't see too much hate coming from it for those things. But anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that, and I truly hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.